how adorable are Braun and Bronny doing the joint interviews, having the handshakes, talking shit to each other about who is, strapping up who. How cute are they on a scale of 1 to 10 right now?
Yeah, that shit looks like a fucking Disney movie out there, bro. Like, it's always been interesting the relationship that Bron has had with Bronny and Bryce because he is just exhibit A of how no matter what the world thinks about you, your kids are not gonna think you're that cool, right? like they've just been exhibit A of that, where growing up, like Bronny was like, bro, Russ is my favorite player, not my dad, and we all saw that hilarious video when Bryce impersonated Bron, bro.
Yeah.
And we see the videos of them hooping in the driveway, talking shit to each other all the time,
Talking
and the
shit.
kids be giving it back to Bron too, bro. There's no back down in those kids when it comes to that. So yeah, I've always just enjoyed their dynamic because, like I said, it just exemplifies how whatever the world may think about you, your kids are never going to think you're really that cool. Like your kids might think you're cool, but they're still going to think, that's just dad, you know?
One thing I think is he has a good balance of I want my kid in the league, but also like let's have fun together. You know what I mean? Usually, if you're putting that type of pressure on your child, there isn't like the special handshake shakes. If the child isn't all that good, it's not. It would generally be a problem. It doesn't seem like that. It seems like I'm gonna do what I can to get you in the league. Whatever you are as a basketball player is also acceptable too. And
Right.
I love seeing that. It's a nice little balance there.
I do think he has one really good thing going for him, which is that the worst sports dads, like you're describing, are the ones with unfulfilled dreams. And there's no unfulfilled dreams for LeBron
He's telling his
James.
kids he's the GOAT, and he actually is the GOAT. That's a very different, you know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah.
that's very different position.
It is for sure. It's funny seeing these two LeBron James characters on set at the same time, I guess, where it's like at home, he's the dorky dad who his kids like he makes dad jokes and his kids do impressions of him. And at work, if he flares his nostrils at a certain time, it's like they're firing everybody. Like this is the coach killer strikes again. LeBron James, the secret mastermind of every move that's happened in the NBA. He's holding everyone accountable, and then it's like now you've got those guys sitting at the same desk on media day, which I find absolutely absolutely hilarious. So it'll be fun, man. That's gonna be really fun to watch. And I just as a daddy baller, I love seeing a guy get his kid in the NBA and making it work. So it's
We're
gonna be fun.
seeing the dude that went to work with the hard bottom shoes and the remember the short set he had? Remember we had the fucking short set suit walking out with a briefcase? Like that guy's kid is playing with him now. And it's just a very interesting situation. So I wonder how
Yeah.
it plays out throughout the rest of the year. I wonder if Brian, I mean, I think Brian still wants a chip type. He's that type of dude. I wonder if he kind of chills a little bit. It's like, yo, this seems to me more special than winning a chip, playing hoops with your son at this point, at the age he is. Maybe he just leans into like, yo, I'm good as fuck. I'm gonna be a 25 point per game player, but I'm just gonna really just enjoy this shit because this is the first time it's ever happened. And I'm very lucky to experience this. You know what I mean? As a guy that's had so many of his dreams come true, this is a really special.
Yeah.
I do feel like he's kind of in a win-win situation because of that. Like either the Lakers are very good, like they improve because of whatever reason, and they're in the outside stretch of the title contender pack, or they kind of suck, and there's more reason to have Brownie play on the actual Lakers instead of the G League Lakers. I feel like either one of them. I mean, maybe there's like a weird middle ground where neither of those things happen, but I feel like he's kind of in a win-win in that sense.
I agree with that. Yeah, I just think you could see, I will say this, having been a LeBron James studier, I'm not the expert that Tyler and John are, but having studied him for many years, he definitely has a different pep in his step at the start of this season. He was brushing off questions of, the last couple of years, there's been a lot of media day questions of this might be your last season. Are you doing anything different as the season's starting? Are you appreciating things differently? And this year he was just like, not thinking about this being my last year. Like, and to John's point about him chilling out, it was the least scary I might sign with another team Braun summer that I've ever experienced as a Lakers fan. You know what I mean? Other than maybe after they won the chip, you just feel like he's settled in. He's got his kid on the team, and it's gonna be whether they're good or not, it will be a ride and it will be enjoyable and it will be a big shit show Lakers experience. So what are your expectations, Tyler, for the team or for him or for Bronny or for the whole situation? You're experiencing something as a stan of a fan that no one else has ever experienced. No one else has ever seen their GOAT's kid successfully reach the world of professional sports with that GOAT.
I'm just not all the way confident in this roster. I think Bronny will be maybe a 6 point per game guy. I think the Lakers will be a 6 seed, and that's about it, bro. Like I don't think that, like I said,
per game? You think Bronny was?
I say 6 points a game is a win. 6 points a game is a big win. I think.
Nigga, that's a
yeah. But yeah. I don't know. I don't have high expectations for this squad at all.
Are you approaching the season almost like LeBron James is a story and a person that I've admired? So like this is going to be a good chapter in the story, whereas previously it was all about like, okay, is he going to win a championship this year, whatever? Like, are you entering the season in a different way, I guess?
I mean, it's a cool story. It's an incredible story from a family perspective, but from a basketball perspective, I don't want to sound like a dickhead, but Bronny just isn't good enough for this to be like a.
He like, I don't know them niggas. That ain't my son.
He's not a good enough basketball player. Yeah, he's not a good enough basketball player to get excited. Like, okay, the Lakers could go on a run here.
Okay.
Like I said, it's a great story from a family perspective. From a basketball perspective, it's like.
It's a side quest for you in terms of the character development.
Yeah.
You're like, okay, got you. Okay, I respect that. We have Chris Paul obviously on the Spurs, and we had an all-time pop quote in his introduction of Chris Paul, which was, and I quote, "I have despised Chris for many years."
That's a compliment.
That is the ultimate sign of respect.
That's a compliment.
Yeah, that's a hell of a, from that means I hated playing against this dude. I hated scheming against this dude. That's what that meant coming from Pop. You know what I mean? Pop doesn't have personal vendettas against people like that. So if he says he despised you, he despised you because you were a pain in his ass on the basketball court, which is an incredible compliment.
That's the nicest thing Pop can say to anybody or will say to anybody. You know what I mean? Like the best coach in the world, best coach ever. You know what I'm saying? Struggled. Like it kind of admits that I despise him because it was very difficult, you know what I'm saying, trying to scheme for this man. That's the nicest thing Pop could say to an incoming player. So, yeah.
Ready to place your first NFL bet? Try betting on something simple like a player to score a touchdown. Go to the DraftKings Sportsbook app and make your bet today. I'm not really a Commanders fan, but they got the Giants and Bengals the next couple of weeks, so I am excited to see how Jaden Daniels handles those tests. Ready to do a touchdown dance of your own? New DraftKings customers bet $5 to get $250 in bonus bets instantly and get 1 month of NFL Plus Premium.
TD, Tutty, take it to the house, in for 6, whatever you call a touchdown. One thing's for sure, touchdowns matter more at DraftKings Sportsbook, an official sports betting partner of the NFL. On the ground, in the air, from the special teams or defense, we don't care how they score them. We want to bet on touchdowns. And DraftKings Sportsbook is the #1 place to bet touchdowns.
Download the DraftKings Sportsbook app and use code Jenkins. That's code Jenkins, Jenkins, for new customers to get $250 in bonus bets when you bet just $5 and get 1 month of NFL Plus Premium. Only on DraftKings. The crown is yours.